I'm Mike Bogden.
And Craig Neville.
And this is the Island Park Weekly Weather Report for
Wednesday, April the 9th, 2025, and of course the 6 days thereafter.
That's right, and we're coming to you from the northwest side of Henry's Lake.
That's right. He says Staley Springs.
Yeah, we're right.
I've heard of that. I just didn't even realize I'd been here many times.
Yeah, we're just around the corner from Staley Springs. Anyway, so
it's actually over there?
No, it's over there.
Over there.
Yeah, where the houses are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, so we're over here by Staley Springs, and we have weather to talk about.
Yes, we do.
We started out
whether or not it's going to be rainy, right?
It rained all night last night.
That was an unexpected surprise for me.
Yeah. It never did snow. It just rained all night long.
It did. Yeah.
And it turned everything to mush.
And mud season has begun.
Yeah, and the snow dissipation is occurring even as we speak.
And I apologize to the gentleman at the store yesterday who asked me if it was going to rain today, and I told him, not that I'm aware of. Apparently, I wasn't keeping a close eye on the changing weather pattern.
Well, the thing is, you weren't aware of it.
Well, I was not aware.
So you didn't lie. You just
but I certainly misled him. So I am so sorry.
Well, it was inadvertent.
It was. I did not mean it.
Okay, all right. No. So you're okay.
Okay, all right.
We'll keep you on a little longer.
Okay, all right.
So let's talk about the weather, Craig.
All right, so Wednesday should be a little bit nicer. I'm not expecting any moisture for Wednesday or Thursday. Daytime highs are going to be in the...
Well, we're going to start out in the 40s and then crank it up into the 50s. So I think we're going to start out in like mid 40s for Wednesday, maybe high 40s.
Yeah, mid to high 40s, and then definitely low 50s for low to mid 50s for Thursday.
Yeah, and then probably high 50s for Friday.
Mid to high 50s for Friday, and then we could keep the mid to high 50s for Saturday. We may even push up against the 60 mark. Maybe.
Yeah. Right.
We'll see. Every time we look, they keep bringing that temperature down on Saturday.
Yeah, the problem is we have weather coming in probably for the weekend. I'm looking at, what are we looking at?
Saturday, some say Saturday, Sunday, some say Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, the radar shows Saturday, Sunday is when it looks like it's going to be going through. It's a fairly quick storm, but it's going to be coming through on... And with that, it's going to stay warm for the storm, but as the storm leaves us, we're going to have a little bit of a cool down.
Yeah. So I do see some winds on Friday as that storm begins moving into our area. It may start Friday night. At the very least, it'll start Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's going to be more rain, but it will be off and on.
Well, yeah, because, our nighttime temperatures are still going to hang around freezing or just a little bit below consistently all week. So with that being the case, if it's nighttime, we may get some really slushy snow.
Right, with the exception, I think Friday night it's going to be mid-30s for the low.
Yeah, and we may see some hail, we may see some slushy snow, but we're going to see quite a bit of rain this weekend. So that's kind of what it looks like. And but yeah, it's going to pass through. It's not a really big storm, but we should get a little bit of moisture out of it. So.
Yeah, a little bit. Like I said, I think it'll be off and on. So
yeah. So anyway, that's what we got for that.
And then that'll start moving out on Sunday night, and then maybe Monday. We'll see.
Yeah, and then from there we're gonna get we've got a little bit of a cool down, and then we got to warming up again. So by Tuesday it's gonna warm back up.
We'll be back up in low to mid 50s.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we got in nicer weather. So
yeah,
we got slush making weather all week.
Yes, we do.
Yep. And with the winds coming, that's
slush and bigger mud pots to wallow through.
But these storms, as they do come in right now, they're actually knocking down the snow faster. So, and if we get some wind, that's actually going to make it melt faster as well. So.
Yep. I got tree wells out in my backyard. Yeah. I've lost probably a good 8 inches of snow.
Yeah,
on my snowbanks.
Yeah, I don't have any tree wells yet. I got a little bit of driveway showing. So anyway,
half my driveway is mud. So it's melting.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of what we got going on. So we're gonna, and like I said, so nighttime temperatures are gonna remain right around freezing, give or take, but right in there for the entire week.
May get some 20s for Sunday and Monday night.
Yeah, but like I said, we're within a few degrees. We're going to be hanging at freezing all week long at nighttime. A little bit over maybe on a day or two, but that's, like I said, that's where we're at. we've just got spring weather coming in, and it's spring mountain snowmelt weather, so that's what we get.
Which means the bears are waking up.
Yes.
I saw a Facebook post this morning showing grizzly tracks in the Maxon area.
Yeah.
That's your neck of the woods.
Yeah, I saw it too. Anyway, but here's the thing. With as warm as it is, the bears are definitely out. There's no way they're not going to be out, so they're going to be looking for food. This is definitely, you're guaranteed to attract a grizzly bear if you have stuff out in your yard, whether it's garbage or whether it's bird feeders or whatever it is. The grizzlies are out, and be aware of that. Also, be aware that if they usually come through the houses at nighttime, usually like 12 to 3 in the morning. So, if you're out walking your dog or whatever, or just going to check on something and you hear something banging around, don't go see if you can chase it down and figure out what it is.
No.
Be careful, because it's probably big and furry and grumpy.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Anyway, so just be real cautious. But yeah, grizzly bears are going to be active now. As warm as the temperatures are, there's no way in heck they're going to stay denned up. So they're going to be looking for any food they can get. And with the amount of snow cover that's still on the ground, they're going to be going far and wide looking for, whether either grass or something to eat or scavenge or whatever it is. But they're going to be very, very active looking for food because they're hungry.
Yeah.
So be aware of that. Now, for that reason, I purchased is my handy dandy. It's an infrared monocular.
Oh.
It's called the Blaze Seeker. And anyway, it's pretty cool. And actually, I can see whatever's in, down the road from it's up to a 6 power, and so I can actually go ahead and see what's going on beyond where I can see with my eyes.
Oh, wow.
So it's all heat, so I got one of these.
And I don't think this is a paid promotion either.
No, it's not, but it's cool as heck. And I got it mostly because I walk the dogs late at night, and the dogs will start keying on something, but I can't see far enough to see what it is. This way I can just carry it with me, and then I can see what it is that's out there. And if it's a grizzly bear, which a lot of times it may be this time
then
of year,
know to retreat.
I know where it's at, so I know how much I have to run.
Okay.
So anyway, but it's also
how fast you have to run.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's also gonna be handy because as we start coming up the hill at night in springtime with the deer and stuff on sides of the road, Sherry can look out the side and look the side of the road and see the deer much farther out. So
and warn you.
And warn me that we're coming up on something that the headlights won't see. So that's kind of a cool thing. So yeah, so it's cool. It's also got a video function. So when I start doing it, I can actually video it, and then we'll put it on YouTube if I got on the weather report if I get anything cool. So
all right. Hey, this is going to be fun.
But anyway, definitely a cool little deal to utilize to protect yourself. So something you might want to think about. Anyway, with that, we just want to wish everybody a really good mushy week.
Yeah, right, and that's exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a mushy week. But that's part of mud season.
Wait, shouldn't that be in February? That's Valentine's Day, isn't it?
Oh, that's
when everybody gets mushy?
That's a mushy, not a mushy.
Oh, okay.
That's a smoochy or a moochy, but that's not a mushy.
Not a mushy.
No,
okay.
mushy. No.
All right.
You don't want to be mushy. Anyway, but otherwise more fiber. Anyway, with that. So from Island Park, this is Mike Bogden
and Craig Neville.
Wishing you all the best. Be safe. Be careful. Remember, we love you guys. See you later. Bye bye.